But let us start with a practical experience story, and we will invite the first participant who is going to tell about his experience in order for us not to talk about theory only. We have a farmer, head of Alpha Agro from Lithuania. By the way, he is producing legumes, corn, cereal, as well as oil for us as consumers. And we are going to hear as to what helps him to stay in business, to be successful. So let us invite here on the stage Virginijus Beinoras from Lithuania.
Labdien! Hello everyone. Very nice to be here with you and to really very interesting conference. And I would like to share the experience from our farm in Lithuania and how we do, what we do, and how we're living in these really tough weather conditions. And I put my presentations on business insurance practices. What does mean practices? Practices mean what we have on the farm today and what we do to get our business profitable. This will be more farm-based experience. All photos what you will see here also from the farm. Short about the farm. Alpha Agro is established in 1998. Swedish investor came. They decide to invest in Lithuania. You know, land is more or less for free. And they have experience. And they came with the knowledge. I started business in that company in 2022. It's been already 20 years working as a farm manager on the company. At the same time, I'm an agronomist. For me, it's easier to manage the farm than I am from that area, which really all farmers take care. What we do today, we have 2,000 hectares, 2,000 hectares of land. Normally we grow different crops, starting from cereals, wheat, barley, triticale, raps, and beans, peas in small extent. But everything is depend from, I'm not would say that we are always looking for the best profitability on the farm. Mainly we are facing, at the beginning it was that we are looking for yields, was no crop rotation, I think the same was in Latvia. We're growing wheat, and raps. At the beginning it was okay. Raps we were managing 6 tons per hectare. That was 15 years ago. Today we are harvesting just 3 tons per hectare with new varieties, new techniques, but we're managing 3 tons. Why? I will explain it later. And I put the vision. It's really vision like also dream to become a no-till farm, organic farm, with minimum or zero influence, negative influence on nature, on the people, and also our business. What we're facing today is agricultural challenges. When the problem, do you know when the problem become a challenge or when problem become to problem? What is the difference? And the difference is very simple. When you have a solution for problem, there has been challenges. You are facing with the challenges. If you do not have solution, this means problem will stay problem. Normally we always need to find the solutions for every problem. And in my world, I really always not looking for problems. I'm just looking for challenges. And all small things, for me, is challenge. And that's also it's very good for moving ahead. Yeah, and as you can see, unstable climate conditions, unpredictable production planning, lack of long-term agricultural strategy. We were talking a lot on the climate conditions, what we can do. We just need to accept. In Lithuania, I heard also a lot of talks that we need to fight. We need to fight with the climate. We need to fight with the weeds. We need to fight, fight, and fight. And that's not good perspective from thinking. We cannot fight, or we do not need to fight with anything. We need to accept, live with that, and try to do our best, what we can. What we can do, this raw material, seed, chemical, fertilizer prices, you never can plan. You never can be sure that you will get the same prices next year. The same with the sales, the same with the energy cost, or with the grain market. You cannot tell that last year was very good, 1 year before, it was very good prices, but that was prices unreal. I have experience, I said, for this 20 year. And in 20 years, there was just one single year when we got these so high prices. It's abnormal. I never planned after these high prices. Taking the average price, putting in the plants, average yield, and planning for the yield, what really I can get on the farm. Can you raise the hands, please, who is planning, who is calculating or really do very precise self-cost calculation on your farms? You do. Nice. And this who is calculating the sell price, you really know, let's say now the future profit loss on your farm? Are you calculating that? I mean today, sitting from here, do you know what will be your profit loss in the autumn? Yeah, but that is wrong. You need to do now. And what we do, this one of the risk management tool beside the crop insurance that we need to know today what price on the grain sales price is good for me and what cost, self-cost I already have and planning to have. Then you can stop the risks in between the line later on. But if you be late, you will lose everything. And that is really not good. Lack of long-term agricultural strategy. You heard this manifest or strikes last week in Lithuania. And the biggest problem in Lithuania we're facing today is the communication problem with the ministry, people who really do not want to understand, or they understand another way, how farmer is living, what he is doing, and what he's missing. And that is really not good. And that was the main idea for the farmers, go to Vilnius with the tractors, stand there. But that meeting was, so that manifest, very peaceful, and no accidents, nothing like in the France and Germany was some weeks ago. But the people, especially the city people, they found a very interesting thing. When they saw the farmer tractors, they were shocked, not because they're too expensive, but because they're so nice looking and so big tractors. Some of them, they were thinking that the farmer is still living with the Russian machinery, do with the business with the Russian machinery. They didn't understand that the farmer is so intelligent today that they can drive these huge tractors. And that was very, very good for the city people to see machinery, what we have in Lithuanian farms. Solutions. We spoke today about risk management. And I put three main ones. Long-term business vision on the farm, minimal dependency, and crop insurance. Crop insurance we talked, I will come later on. But the first two, long-term business vision on the farm. Do you have your business vision for 10 years, 20 years on your farms? I mean, this is related to your future work direction. Doesn't matter what will happen with the weather, doesn't matter what will happen with the government solutions. But first you need to know what you do, why you are a farmer, and what you want to do. The second one, minimal dependency. From what? I put minimal dependency from things which you can control. You cannot control weather. You will not control the weather. It happens, it happens. You can insure the crops one way, but minimize the risk, but you will not control it. You can control the product prices, fertilizer prices, can you? Can you control the product, your grain sales prices? Somehow possible if you be good on the planning. Raw material prices, how you can decrease your cost on the farm. Change the strategies, change the techniques, what you do today. It's been lesser fertilizers, lesser mineral fertilizers, lesser chemicals, pesticides. My thinking already changed, I don't know, 5-10 years ago, before greening program came to Lithuania. And what made these changes was for what? Because I saw the problem on the farm that I cannot produce the yields. Then I started asking myself, what is the problem? We do everything the same like we did the year before. What is the problem? And then we found out that the problem is the soil. The main, our tool has a problem. And I'm now telling that is problem. It's not a challenge, it is a problem today. We need to find the ways how to make it to challenge. It's difficult, but it's possible. And also it's related to your thinking. If you will change your thinking in your head, you will change a lot before you need to change here. If not, any machine, any no-till seeder, any strip-till seeder will not help you. You need to change your minds. You need to start thinking differently than you did before. Cost saving, lower rates at right time, especially is related very much to fertilizers, mineral fertilizers, chemicals. If you will go with the maximum rates too late, you will lose. If you will go with huge amount of end fertilizers, you will lose. And this is again coming like a management to understand why can happen. Why will full norms of the chemicals will not help you? Because it's late. You need to be on time, even early, but then you can use half a liter of 1 liter norm, and that will work much better than 1 liter later on. That is the practice from the farm. The same with fertilizers, mineral fertilizers. For me, it's very strange when we start talking about the 250 kilograms of N per hectare. What does mean 250 kilograms of N? It's again, it's expenses, which we do not control. We can control just putting lesser norms and get the same yield. But this is techniques which we need to find and to implement. The same equal partnership, farmer, science, government. We have problem in Lithuania with the government. I said the government is not listening to the farmer, or we do not have misunderstandings between, we're not communicating good enough, but we have also a problem with the science. Science are not doing what we want to have. Really what we are facing on the farms, on our fields. They do some trials which cannot implement on the fields. And why they do? They do some chemical tests, they do some fertilizers tests, but they don't do the soil tests to check the soils. When I talk about soil tests, I'm not talking about this NPK or pH testing in the soil, what you have. I'm talking about this microbiological tests, which we do not have in Lithuania. Everything is related to, like a farmers, we're depending from producers, and that is the risk. And all this partnership between farmer and government need to be equal. Now we start in Lithuania to do business that the science will come to our fields, they do tests on our fields, and they will share the information later on. And this communication will move very much in front, understanding about real agriculture, what we have today. Risk management, crop insurance, I talk long-term vision, minimum dependency from different factors, as I said, from the producers. Mainly, it is, if we can control something, we need to control. If we cannot, we cannot. But we need to find and understand what we can control on our farms. Crop insurance, we talked today a lot. It's a really good thing. We start this crop insurance at farm from the beginning, and they came to Lithuania. And there was 1 year, I remember, which I cannot recall now which one was, that the winter kill was on the farm and killed 90% of winter wheat and all raps. And then came insurance company. And they paid, I remember in that year it was liters, it was around more than 1 million liters we got paid back from insurance company. Without that situation, in that year was really tough. Then next year was good for spring crops. But in that year, it was helping a lot, not just liquidity to solve, but also to solve the profitability on the farm. And this crop insurance is really good if you're still thinking about, it's like here in Lithuania, talking profitable. Oh, it's not profitable. What does it mean profitable? Insurance. For me, insurance is insurance, that I can sleep at nights. I know that if something happens, somebody will help me. The prices with all this, the price, the insurance price, it is expensive without state compensation. It is really expensive. And I'm sure that our farms will be going and insure the crops without state compensation. You saw in Lithuania, the state compensating 50 to 70% of cost. At our company, yearly cost is around 85,000 euro. This means with half 40,000 euro cost per year. Last year, we got 60,000 payback from the insurance company because of crops where mainly wheat was on the ground because of storms. In that case, insurance company, I would say, okay, it's profitable. I made 20,000 euro profit. Then yes, if we think for that direction. But mainly it's insurance is, and all these photos again we have on our farm, winter cold, raps, wheat, triticale, barley. And what this mean? It means loss of income. All time you will lose. The same as spring floods, winter spring floods. Winter floods, it's not, in Lithuania, it's not yet that we can insure. Is that right, Martinez? I think it's because we got the beans under the water. Also we have a field where all was spring crops under the water. And then it was staying for two weeks, this water here. The problems, of course, with that field, the drainage is a problem. Then the groundwater is on too high level, and the water was not disappearing fast from the field. That means we lost the crop on that field. Raps, winter raps, last year photo, the damage from frost, spring frost. It's coming 2 years already we have in Lithuania. Also the pods disappearing, flowers disappearing, and this means again the loss of the yield, loss of your income. The same with the beans, already we have 2 years experience with the summer heat. Burned flowers, and you easily can see everything you did. The beans look nice, they're flowering, and then plus 30 for 3 days, 4 days. Then you're coming to the field, you see your flowers all black on the color. and then what you can do, how you can do here better. Of course, is solutions. Again, we are finding, and we need to find how to minimize the risk. Without crop insurance, okay, we'll compensate. But for me, I'm not living for crop insurance. I need to find a ways how to live without crop insurance, or crop insurance just insured your possible losses. But I want, and the farm, we need to be profitable. Find the ways how to be profitable and minimize the risk. The same with the winter, strong storms, summer storms. This happens at Alpha Agro already for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. For me, it seems, I'm telling also to insurance company, the RAPS is not from our fields, but the RAPS is broken and standing on the itself. Is this farmer problem? Is this wheat fields lying on the ground? Is this farmer problem? Or is, it may not the problem farmer, but maybe this is the farmer something did wrong, then the wheat went on the ground. And if you will think about what you did, and you will try to explain yourself what you did wrong, and then you will find the answer. Techniques maybe which you're using, seeding rates too high, seeding is too late. Maybe when you normally seeding too big seeding rates, then you're putting too much end fertilizers, and then everything is will be on the ground. Can you manage that? Can you predict that? Of course you can. You need to try to see what you can do else, how you can seed less norms, which with technique and to get the same yield, and that's also possible. The biggest problem we're facing today in our country is this cracks. What does crack mean? When I see this crack on the field, it's on tram lines, but normally I already now see in the field where crops is growing. These big cracks. Okay, then you will see these cracks, you can answer yourself that this is the problem with the drought. Yes, it's drought weather without rain for 2 months. But why it happens in some fields you cannot find, in other fields you will find it. What is the difference between? And then you will find the difference. You will see that this organic matter, you're missing organic matter, you're missing carbon in the soil. How to get that back to the track and to get carbon into soil? Again, it's huge, another discussion, and it's huge possibilities how to increase and how to prevent this. From last summer, you saw here in Latvia, we got also in Joniškis region, we got at our place, not at our farm, but in the neighbor farm. There was coming on that ice, on that size, and all raps field was going down, everything was on the ground. We're happy who was having insurance. In this case, all farmers would be happy that they will have insurance. If not, I don't know what they do. Here really, an insurance value in that case is you are getting everything what you will not harvest. Not like winter kill, you will get just what you will get, just cost, what you spend to the seeding costs. That's all, but you will not get potential yield. Here you will get potential yield, what you lost, everything. It's very nice. And what is the strategy, how we will scale in the future? Yeah, this is simple, you saw, I think, this one. A sustainable farming concept. We try to implement, and we do this at our farm. Minimum disturbance, maximal soil cover, maximum diversity, and maximum presenting living roots. This is no-till, strip-till, tillage. Then is cover crops during the winter, organic material, extra adding to the soil, crop rotation. Very important, crop rotation. In Lithuania, we still do not understand, some farmers do not understand what crop rotation means. They think that crop rotation is on the farm level. Crop rotation is on the field level. You need to do on field level crop rotation. Even our ministry do not understand that. We're trying to discuss with them and explain. It seems again that they do not want to understand. And they putting the rules that the farmers always will be with the problem later. Yeah, in summary, what I would like to wish you, always be an initiative, responsible, and be worse farmer from the big letters. The farmer itself is really very important, but we also need to understand, as also in Lithuania telling to the farmers, we became the farmers not just because we want, but maybe because somebody decided we will be the farmers, so we will be taking care about food, producing the food. It's one thing. Another thing, if we do this, we need to be in good relation with the nation, with the people, and with all what we can, with all this negative influence. If we can control this negative influence, we always will be successful. That again, my practice from the farm. With minimum, we can get maximum, and that is possible. Yeah, thank you for your patience.